It's Madden NFL 23, and we'll see the Buccaneers leader at quarterback. He got his reps in last week, finishing with over 300 passing yards. It's the Buccaneers and the Cards, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 23.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, complete. That's Pope. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. On second down, Davis. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Davis, he'll try to run for it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go again with Davis. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Cox. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
that was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 2nd and 4. Throwing middle, and it's complete. On the move past the 40. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 33. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Now this one complete on the slant route, and he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Cardinals at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
The opening drive, it continues, Charles, to be all pass, and it's working. Now they're on the doorstep of a touchdown here, 1st and goal.
Brandon, because it's working so well, I think the entire playbook is open for them right now. Do you want to run it? Do you want to continue to throw it? Spin the dial. Make your choice. But right now, you like what you're doing in this possession.
And this is a rocket pulled in by Cooper, complete. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. This is Young on the carry. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And his kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
They begin with a run by Davis. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And here's Davis to run again on 2nd.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
They'll set up the screen with Davis. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They call it a loss of a yard there. And it'll be fourth down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Back to throw here. It's caught. The ball comes out. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. A good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. He'll drop to throw. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers have taken the lead. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
The point after is good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up. Then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually...
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, it won't exactly be comfortable, and it definitely won't be air-conditioned.
Milk bones?
None.
Now for the point after. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Here's Young. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, just like last play.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. On the ground, they go with Young. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They'll drop to throw. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago. And another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense.
They're coming off a loss to the Washington Commanders, but so far here on their way to rebounding nicely. They lead as they take the field for a 1st and 10.
A first down carry for Davis. Able to slither by. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it again here with Davis.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 6. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. This offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Up the middle to Davis. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Davis.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
back to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Out of the gun now on third down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first half.
And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throw right side, caught by Davis.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
2nd and 9.
They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. They'll set up to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, it creates a penalty.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Buccaneers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, Charles, after the first quarter was just complete disaster for them, everything has flipped. I mean, it's 180 degrees in the other direction now here in quarter 2.
Championship effort right there. How about them marching almost the length of the field, coming through on their final opportunity to get the win? This is one that this team will remember forever, as well as their fans.
A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Looking to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man, complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for Tampa Bay. And there were a few factors as to why they built this good-size advantage, but the rushing numbers were not all that amazing. We'll see if they can pick it up in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? He hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here's a ball thrown right side and complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And we'll see who's faster.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll look to throw here. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cooper.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And that, incomplete. Daylight in front if he could have held on, but he didn't. So instead, it's 2nd down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Cardinals are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6 is an astronomical, or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the 2nd half. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
Here's Davis to run again on 2nd.
And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The offense coming back out here, plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there, because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
On 2nd down, it's Young. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts, because he definitely needs some assistance.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Young, and very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. They'll look to throw.
On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down.
Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, Young.
51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Young.
And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Up the middle they go. It's Young. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. He's going to try and take off with it.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And able 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to...
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Cardinals have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and throw for it. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted to tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Again, it's Davis. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. We say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is a rocket pulled in by Cooper, complete. And he's brought down. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now back to throw. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. There to make the grab.
And the Cardinals have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. So what a comeback here. They look like they might be down and out not too long ago, but they have rallied back to take a 4th quarter lead.
And I think we've got to give them nothing but credit for figuring things out on the fly, because mentally they were on the ropes ready to go, and they hung in there and made some changes and adjustments, and that led to some big plays, and it turned this game on its ear.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. But they need their best drive of the game right here.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. 2nd and 5. He finds his man, complete. That's Cox. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Cox. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And Davis has it over the middle.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
They'll look look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cox.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. And it's caught.
And the Bucs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key,
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Young.
And he is going to be brought down. And now making matters more dire, this is going to be 4th down.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking it about the 36. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. He finds his man complete. That's Cox. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur in the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for Tampa Bay, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers.